This is Kite Cutter TV with another presentation. We gotta talk about this. Okay, guys, we got a few stories to get into today. We still got migrant caravans headed our way and a couple more coming in the next few weeks. We also got some more info on the border wall progress and what's likely to happen if Biden does take office. More border wall contracts are being signed through 2021, so Biden probably won't be able to immediately stop the border wall being built, as those contracts should be honored. Also, we got Black Lives Matter saying they still want to defund the police and are now going after police unions. Look, the police are not perfect like any other group of professionals at their job, but this has long gotten out of hand. Even Sleepy Joe Biden is aware that a position of defunding the police is a losing position. I've personally known dozens of black men killed, and none of them were killed by police. Just yesterday in my hometown of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, my former neighbor and good friend's stepson was killed in broad daylight. As of now, I believe the killer is still on the run, but I can guarantee you it was a black on black murder, because I've been to that flea market 100 times and I've never even seen a white person there. I'm not even going to bring up Chicago or just stories I've seen with black on black crime. Defunding the police has got to be the stupidest idea in US politics. Check this out.
Well, a scary scene over the weekend at a flea market in Oakland Park after gunfire erupts.
One man was shot and killed, and Local 10 News reporter Syra Onwar is live on the scene as police now search for a shooter. Syra.
And the flea market is right here just off Oakland Park Boulevard. And what we know right now is the deputies say this all started with an argument. Officers converged on a busy shopping center off Oakland Park Boulevard around 1 p.m. Sunday. A deadly shooting outside in broad daylight. And now Broward Sheriff's deputies are searching for the shooter or shooters.
It's just a very sad situation. You right here in front of the flea market. People dying out here, that's ridiculous. Shootings, and it doesn't matter because somebody else could have got killed today. But because of this, foolishness, we need to stop the violence.
Witnesses say multiple shots were fired in the parking lot of the flea market on Northwest 31st Avenue in Oakland Park. One man in his mid-20s was killed on the spot, turning the area into a massive crime scene.
An altercation occurred between multiple adult males. That altercation led to a shooting, which left the victim shot and killed.
Investigators say the gunman left the scene in a black SUV, possibly an Escalade. In the hours that followed, the shooting victim's friends and family members showed up to the scene.
He was a cool, laid-back dude, and it just, kids be getting caught up in so much mess out here.
Yeah.
They getting caught up. They caught up because a lot of them don't know God.
And this crime was likely all caught on camera. I have confirmed that surveillance video was turned over from the flea market to Broward Sheriff's deputies. Right now, Broward Sheriff's Office is not releasing those images. That's the latest live in Oakland Park. Syra Onwar, Local 10 News.
New tonight, at least 33 people were arrested after violent clashes between supporters of President Trump and counter-protesters this past weekend. They're facing a variety of charges, including assault tonight. In one instance, a Black Lives Matter sign was ripped from a church and set on fire. Black Lives Matter has already condemned Saturday's violence, and tonight their leaders are looking forward and are talking with our Larry Miller about their plans for 2021. Larry?
Oh, Bruce, good to see you. Yeah, certainly a long conversation with them about the future of the organization. BLM DC continues to maintain a consistent position that their focus lies in their community work, defunding the police, and now going after police unions.
We have made a lot of headway. The conversation around defund police has both brought in people who are like, okay, this is a new idea.
Black Lives Matter DC has seen the pendulum swing in its direction in 2020.
And it's also highlighting the, I guess, hypocrisy in the fact that the establishment are more concerned with votes and how a party is perceived than like dead Black people.
Intense public outcry after the death of George Floyd resulted in the DC City Council passing emergency temporary legislation. The bill reallocated funding in MPD's budget, banned chokeholds, and expedited the release of body camera footage. The changes, for instance, allowed the public to see body camera footage just days after two separate high-profile incidents involving 18-year-old Deon Kay and 20-year-old Karan Hilton Brown. Both men died during encounters with police. April Goggins, an organizer with Black Lives Matter DC, says their work is far from over.
I think you will see a bigger push for some of our mutual aid. Have a good day.
Which is sort of an exchange of resources and services to support the community.
I think we're keenly aware, especially with COVID rates rising again, and just the economic impact and emotional impact on Black folks. What we're doing is connecting people directly to a source of support for the things that they need.
But most importantly, they'll be turning greater attention towards police unions that they say make it difficult to hold officers accountable when they're involved in deadly situations.
You're going to see us definitely come for DC Police Union. Enough is enough with them.
DC's police union has been vocal that the recent legislative changes have, quote, put members at risk and exposes neighborhoods to violence and exposes local businesses to destruction and looting. There have been more calls for DC police to patrol neighborhoods that have seen an increase in violence, all while the department itself comes under the ire of a public that's grown increasingly frustrated with the way in which Black men and women are treated by law enforcement.
Whatever we can do to cut out, stop, shut down the DC Police Union, that's going to be a big goal.
It's worth mentioning that Black Lives Matter DC recently has spoken out against Black Lives Matter Global Network. In a statement published just a few weeks ago, they say they want more transparency and accountability from the global network. But Bruce, the local chapter here, says that they are focused on police unions. They say that is really going to be where they're going to see the biggest change when it comes to police reform.
Well, hundreds of Honduran nationals have formed a caravan and are heading right towards the United States. The caravan was organized on social media after two major hurricanes hit the Central American country last month. There are two more caravans that are being planned, with one scheduled to leave for the U.S. within the next couple of days and another leaving in January. This, as presumptive President-elect Joe Biden has promised to eliminate the immigration policies of President Donald Trump, but has not explained how he plans to handle the tens of thousands of migrants that Mexico has kept at bay at their own southern border under Trump. According to a senior Mexican official, the government is concerned that any moves by Biden to undo some of Trump's security measures could cause their southern border with Guatemala and Belize to become overwhelmed.
On to news out of Hebbronville, where Border Patrol agents, with the help of Jim Hogg County deputies, caught a human smuggling attempt. It all started from a traffic stop where agents discovered 9 individuals who entered the U.S. illegally. They were all taken into custody, and the driver, who was a juvenile U.S. citizen, was held and processed accordingly.
Friendship Park on the U.S.-Mexico border adjacent to the Pacific Ocean has tied the binational community together, sharing prayer services, gardens, family reunions, and even sports. But in the waning days of the Trump administration, Border Patrol has told the stewards of the park that it plans to quickly replace the 2 fences that line it, replacing them with 30-foot-high bollards.
It's a further desecration of this historic location. The location was designed to be a binational meeting place. It's been frequented by people for generations.
John Fanistil is with the Friends of Friendship Park.
The whole purpose of the place is binational encounter, and to build these intimidating walls and to make it feel more and more like you have to, almost like you're visiting in prison for people who want to visit at this location, is to really undermine the spirit of the place.
In January of this year, Border Patrol demolished the U.S. side of the Friendship Garden. It soon said that the demolition was unintentional and pledged to restore the garden. Miles of replacement and new border fence built during the Trump administration under an emergency declaration now cross mountains and valleys across San Diego County, cutting through open spaces.
It ever so slightly still feels like a park when you arrive at Friendship Park. But if they put up these bollard-style walls at that secondary location, that exterior wall, it'll just change the visibility and the perspective of the park altogether. It will feel like walking into a dungeon.
Advocates for Friendship Park hope the incoming Biden administration will not follow through on any contracts signed by the Trump administration. Border Patrol told KPBS it plans to award contracts in the coming weeks, with the project to be completed by late 2021. Max Adler, KPBS News.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, God bless. Peace.